Greetings, truth seekers. This is Oya Transformation, and this is your daily oracle reading for September the 22nd, Wednesday. Hopefully, you have had and are having and continue to have the best day of your choosing. The cards have been shuffled and divined, and the first message for this blustery day is from the Earth Magic deck. I've got shotgun acorns hitting my overcovering here. Bear with me. It's clouds and shape shifting. So, the message that comes from the clouds and shape shifting is that we have a choice as to how we are seen in the world each and every day, each and every moment. If you know, like I know, and you've been around here a few moons, you have people that no matter what you do, are always trying to remind you of the remember when that you care not to remember when. Well, guess what? You, I, can show up differently by choice. We can show up differently like the clouds move through the sky based on the winds and the energies that are around. So do we also move through this world on this journey based on the energies that are around us. We are able to change our outfit. We are able to change our hairdos. We are able to change our overall countenance, how we stand, how we show up in this world. And so, by making those changes, we get a chance to use litmus paper, as you will, so that you get to see just how each shift has you show up and how each shift is received by the people in your world. So, how are we supporting this shape shifting? We are supporting it by the Hoodoo deck with the Eight of Baskets. Well, the Eight of Baskets shows a man walking away from a house where salts and peppers and what do they call hot peppers have been, hot foot powder have been put at the door because they no longer want him showing up there. Well, guess what? These ways that clouds move and shift their shapes are also ways in which we can move and shift our energies. So the unwanted can be very clear that it is no longer welcomed. And we need to do this because you can't grow in old soil. You cannot continue to show up in the same way, but think differently and be treated differently. So let's take a bit of a lesson from this man who's abandoning all that he's outgrown to seek the truth. Let's take a bit of a message from the clouds that continue to move in different ways that makes their movement more fulfilling to the needs that they have. The light that shines through them continues to change based on the winds that come through. And guess what? As above, so below. The same thing happens for us. The third card in this reading from the Wisdom of the Night deck is honesty. Well, first and foremost, I can't continue to allow you to treat me the way you treat me if I'm not honest about what I need, honest about what I'm no longer accepting. So there's no need in being mad at the people or the mosquitoes that come through because you haven't told them this is no longer something I accept. And how you do that, only you know. A lot of times, because we have not practiced that, the no or no thank you, the thank you does not come as quickly as we might want it to come. And you feel like you've said it a little harshly, but you got it out. So don't beat yourself up so badly. The next time, say no, thank you. The bottom line is we must set limits, we must set boundaries to what happens in our life or the people in our life, or we're going to get a lot more of things that we don't necessarily want. The final card in this reading from the mindfulness deck is mindfulness for stress and pain, and it is habitual thinking. Well, habitual thinking says you can't shape shift. I don't care what you change or how you change your hairdo or the lipstick that you wear or the outfits that you wear. You can't get rid of the old that is no longer serving you, first and foremost, if you're not honest with yourself, so that you can anchor in that way and be honest with the people around you. But it also requires that we change the habitual ways in which we think. Because I cannot continue to think that things are not working out for me. I cannot continue to expect the worst, focus on negative thinking, think about what I should have done, and get clear direction from Spirit. The Spirit is saying to me that whatever it is that you are saying continuously to you is what's going to show up in your world and affairs. So be honest. If that's not what you want, we have to show up differently. We have to move differently. We have to come out of our mouth differently and speak up for ourselves and say, no, thank you. I'm not receiving that any longer. First few times it may feel strange because we're talking about changing an habitual way of being. So don't stop practicing, because that you got where you are by practicing, and you won't get where you want to be unless you continue to practice new ways of showing up. This is Oya Transformation saying namaste, happy Wednesday, and let's practice seeing how many different ways we can show up in the world so that we can expand the things that are open to us, expand the doors that are open to us, make them bigger, wider, more accessible. Why? Because we are clear in what we want and equally as clear with what we don't want. Well, thanks for your time. Bye-bye.